Hello and welcome to the Unnamed Podcast. That's all I've got, so you can do.
Welcome to the diarrhea festive. Oh wait, it's Christmas.
Whoa,
is over.
no. I don't want to fucking.
Welcome.
I've got enough shits, man.
Yes, welcome to the big podcast. This one's going to be a bit longer. Because today we are reflecting on 2018 as a year on New Year's Eve. Perfect timing. I'm hoping I can upload this before New Year's because that would be embarrassing. And yeah, we're going to talk about the year and how it was. So, how was your year personally?
Would you like me to take it from here, or
Yeah,
you're right?
yeah. How was your year personally?
Yeah, my year was good personally. Yeah,
Yeah,
I did a lot of stuff. I did a lot of stuff to do with work and a
yeah.
little bit of YouTube stuff, and I
Very
learned a
cool.
lot. I lost a lot. I gained a lot. Yeah, stuff.
Well, personally,
Fuck.
my year was pretty boring. Nothing happened. So yeah,
All right, but what about the year outside of us? So obviously, we started in January, with probably the biggest thing of the year, I think.
it's easily the
Uh,
biggest thing. Yeah,
with the Logan Paul suicide forest
yeah.
thing.
I
It
went
was
off.
fucking disgusting.
I went off. Yeah. Was not
Um,
happy with that.
yeah, it was just, yeah,
I
I
just
don't know.
like, all right, look, I mean, I know it's over. Logan's apologized, and I think Logan's not a bad guy. I know he doesn't mean any harm or anything like that. It's just that, like, what is going on through his head when he was thinking about that video? Like, what made him think it was okay to film that dead body and put it on YouTube?
I don't
I
know.
don't get
And
it.
he sort of said, did you watch his like year in review like thing, where the fuck
Nah,
it's called?
I don't keep track of that shit.
I watched it because it was in
Mm,
my recommended.
mm.
And look, it was a well-made video and all that sort of stuff. And he sort of said himself from that point on, he sort of went into like a spiral of just shit. Like obviously he's fucking a really big social media influencer and all that sort of
Yeah,
crap.
yeah. Mm,
He said obviously he has a team and all that sort of stuff, but he was at the point where he would he would make or record a video and
mm.
then like not send it to his team for a review, and he would just upload it no matter what, and he just
Yeah, right.
sort of didn't really care.
Yeah, right.
Um, which is a bit shit, but if I'm honest, he he deserved a lot more than what he actually got,
Yeah.
because
Mm,
like people were like mad and, oh, you're bad, and then it
yeah,
just sort of went away. Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's still spoken about, but he did, like
I
he
think
should have
it's more
lost
memed
subs,
on
and
than it is
he
like.
he let's be honest, he made a lot of cash from
Oh
this,
yeah.
like, a lot,
Yeah. And I mean,
which is
like,
just trash.
yeah. I mean, he did show something with like the suicide, uh, like how he donated to the Suicide Foundation thing, which was nice and all. It just like obviously it was that was easily a fall thing, like I'm gonna do this to make me look better, all this. You could tell,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that's what a lot of celebrities do. If they fall off the wagon, they'll do something to like, um, you know, save them and shit like that. Obviously, that's always how it goes with publicity and everything. But yeah, I think overall, like the whole situation was just fucked. And that was like at the beginning of the year. Like that was a fresh
Yeah, I
start for
think
2018, and
I think we
fucking
can
yeah,
sort of be happy with that. We can just say the whole situation was just fucked. Like, it
yeah,
just wasn't good.
it was not good, and yeah,
All right, so let's
let's move on.
move on now, because
Yeah, yeah,
otherwise we'll talk about fucking ages.
yeah,
So we got a KSI Joella fight, which
yeah.
obviously
That
ended
was
in a KSI victory. Which I
yeah.
don't know. Some people thought would happen. Some people didn't think.
I didn't think that was gonna
I
happen,
wasn't sure.
and yeah, that was probably my
I think
favorite event of this year. Like the
yeah,
first
favorite
boxing fight,
event.
I really fucking like. Oh, actually no. Then again, no, because I watched that fight towards the end. I didn't get to see any of the undercard stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think I much preferred the next one, which was Logan Paul and KSI, but we'll get into that later and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. Yeah, I much preferred that just because I watched the whole thing. So yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I think
I'm probably
that's
the
why I enjoyed
same.
it more.
And
Yeah,
I mean, like there were only two big YouTube events. Obviously, you could sort of
yeah,
say Shane Dawson's documentary series, but that wasn't really a event. It was just a series.
yeah, yeah. It was more just.
But that
It
was
felt like I was
obviously
watching a
pretty big.
fucking TV show when I was watching that. I
Yeah,
don't know. I kind of don't like
it seemed to
YouTube videos
drag.
like that. Like I feel like YouTube is like people are treating it like a platform where it's like for TV shows and movies now, and you have all these
Yeah, which I
actors
suppose
coming
is
on and
sort of what
actors
it's
and actresses.
turning into because
Yeah,
no one watches TV anymore. Like it's
yeah,
all Netflix, YouTube. Like it's all streaming services in some way or
yeah,
another.
yeah. Which is pretty interesting, to say the least. Yeah, I think TV's died out a lot over the years.
Oh
But
shit!
anyways,
Yeah,
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. Let's move on from this shit.
I'm
What's the
trying to
next
keep
one?
this kind of in. Whoa, sorry. I'm trying to keep this kind of in order. So,
Yeah.
around that time, the whole Tide Pod thing was
Oh
fucking
yeah.
huge.
Yeah,
Um,
fucking Tide
I
Pods.
don't know. If I'm honest, I didn't understand that at all.
Yeah.
I was confused the whole time.
Did you see that fucking video? It was during the Oscars, I think. Not the Oscars, sorry. I can't remember what awards is on before the Oscars. I think it's the music ones or something like that. I can't remember. But it was like the guy who stars in Stranger Things, the police officer, Hobbs, or whatever his name
Oh
is.
yeah,
Yeah, he did a Tide Pod ad, and I don't know why. Like, I don't understand like why he was doing it, but it was like to say to not eat Tide Pods and shit like that. And then even the creators of
Well,
Tide
what
Pods
the
themselves
for fuck's
tweeted
sake?
out
I mean,
saying do
seriously,
not eat them
you,
and shit
you
because
shouldn't
apparently
have to
people are
make that
eating them.
ad.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
should be self-explanatory. Don't eat like washing up detergent or washing
It's
whatever the
fucking
fuck it is.
detergent.
Don't eat that. Don't eat
It's
that shit.
fucking
It's bad. You
detergent.
fucking die.
Yeah. And I've
I
seen
just,
people on YouTube fucking eating them and stuff. It's fucked. I don't understand.
I've only seen a little like I don't know 5 6 second clips of people eating it, but
Yeah.
otherwise not really.
Yeah. But yeah, fucking Tide Pods, man. Jesus Christ. Um, what other meme was there? It was Ugandan Knuckles as well.
Shall we go through the memes?
Yeah, we'll go through the memes real
Memes of
quick
the
and
year.
shit.
All
Just
right.
just
So
talk about the
we got
memes.
obviously. So we can say Tide Pods is a meme. So we got
Yeah.
Ugandan and Knuckles, as you said.
Mhm.
Look, I didn't understand. I didn't understand that one either. I don't
That
know
was
what the
just a
fuck that
VR chat
was.
meme.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Oh look, I've stuck the yodeling kid in there
Oh yeah,
only
him.
because that was fucking memed heavy, dude. Like holy
Yeah,
shit, it was memed hard.
Ellen was the one that brought it to popularity, but then yeah, after that, everyone just
Exactly. Yeah.
started
She
memeing on
fucking
it.
just like if it's something that gets the tiniest bit viral,
Mm.
she's fucking snatched that shit
Yeah.
up. She's like a child snatcher.
But yeah,
So next I've got moth memes
oh the moth. I fucking love the moth
with a
memes.
lamp.
That was so
They
good.
they were good. They were good.
Yeah.
I didn't on those.
I wonder
They're
if
really
like
good.
Bethesda deliberately put Mothman in there because of the moth memes in Fallout 76.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Something that I enjoyed a bit was the Mark Zuckerberg memes when he was getting
Yeah.
like interrogated by
Yeah.
the government for Facebook's
Yeah.
so-called misconduct or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And the sort of funny part was that these people who were questioning him, they didn't know what the fuck they were asking. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't understand the internet at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a bit cringe, and he looked so pale and like sick, and just did not look good.
Yeah.
Um,
And then there was all the
it's
follow-up
just like,
memes
and they're
where he's not
asking him,
human and
and
shit.
yeah, exactly. Like they're like asking him, and he's like, "Well, we run ads," and they're
Yeah.
like, "What?" Like, they just don't understand. I'm
Yeah.
not. I don't know. It was. I found it really interesting. I
Yeah.
just don't know why. I just sort of did.
Yeah, I never actually watched it myself. I just watched the meme side of it all. But
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the actual interview,
Mm.
but in reality, not that much.
Yeah. But yeah, overall those memes were pretty good. I really enjoyed them. Except for probably Tide Pod ad was the stupidest one, I think, in my opinion. That was the stupidest one. I think that one went too far. That one easily went to the point where it was just like, it was ridiculous with how people were fucking taking it and shit like that.
Yeah, don't eat that fucking shit. Like,
Yeah,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
fucking stupid. But anyways, what else happened this year? You've got the
Something
list,
else
so
I totally forgot about until I did a little bit of research was Yenny or Laurel.
Oh, that fucking shit.
That was pretty big. That was
What
on
did
the news.
What
and
did
fucking
you
like, that
hear
was
again?
big.
What did you hear?
I I heard Laurel.
Yeah, you see, I heard Yenny.
Well, no, you didn't. You heard Laurel. Don't fucking lie.
But that's the thing. I heard Yenny. I kept hearing that shit. I don't understand, but it's fucking, I don't even know. I completely forgot about that altogether. That's pissing me off now that I remember that.
I did watch a video or a couple of videos on why it did that, on the way it could sound either way.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a frequency. I'm not sure. I don't want to say because I don't really know. But you know, it was obviously pretty smart, and the way they did it, and it certainly caught on. But you know,
I suppose the thing is, like, not everyone hears and sees things the same way as others. Like, I suppose that could be one of the reasons as well, as to why we were hearing it differently. But hey, it's whatever. I don't want to get into the fucking logistics of that shit. Let's just fucking move on from that piece of shit.
So next I've got another one. If I'm honest, I probably forgot about a little bit. Was Ligma, and Ninja has Ligma.
Yeah.
He died of Ligma, and he got fucking salty too.
Oh, he got super pissed. Next stream, after he got fucking Ligma, after he got, like, he was like hella Monka-esque. Like, it's just hella fucking everywhere, man.
He was,
and then
he was salty as fuck.
Yeah, and then like next stream, he was just like, just straight up ban everyone that says Ligma in the chat. Just straight up ban everyone, and heaps of people did it anyways. They didn't give a fuck. Like, it was funny as well. Yeah. So let's get out of the memes now and actually like move on.
Alright, so we're out of the memes, so we're into same time as all the tripods and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
We had Mr. Peace rise to fame, and he's had an awesome year. He's had such a successful year. I don't know how many subs he's at now. Like, is he at 10?
Yeah, he's at 10. He's at over 10, I think, now. Yep.
Which is like fucking, you know, really good. Obviously, if you don't know who Mr. Beast is, you should, because otherwise you're a fuckwit.
Yeah. 13 mil he's at, actually.
13, right. Yeah. Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Obviously, he does the donations, and like, that's the thing, right? So he started the whole Twitch donation, or just in general donation, you know, whether it was someone, I'm sure some of them were just for the views and for the video and the title and the
Ninja
clickbait,
ones.
but then but you know, exactly, like Ninja doesn't need the cash.
No.
But if you put Ninja's name in the title, you get views.
But he only did it when Ninja was doing charity streams. He was only donating it to charity,
which is sort of really good. Yeah. But you did see that in some, if not most of his videos, when he was donating to Twitch streamers or YouTubers, whatever, they were quite small, you know, and he would donate, you know, 5-10 grand or whatever, which, you know, I thought was so good. But then obviously you had other YouTubers who would then adopt that. Yeah. So like Rice Gum, some of the Sidemen guys, I think a fair amount of the American YouTubers as well. They went and did the whole, let's donate to Twitch streamers, or, you know, because that was getting views. Yeah.
It didn't, but they didn't necessarily hit off as much as Mr. Beast. I think the thing is, right, when you think about like donating a large sum of money, you instantly think Mr. Beast. Like, that's the first thing that comes to mind. And yeah, Mr. Beast literally owns that. That's like his thing. And I think that's what's like that, and counting to a ridiculous number like 100,000 or 1 million and shit like that, which he actually fucking does on stream.
Fuck was that shit?
Like, I don't understand. And just to further for further proof, he even puts like clocks, like multiple clocks in the background just to make sure it's all real and shit. It's like, yeah, we believe you, dude. Don't worry. None of that would be edited anyways. Why the fuck wouldn't we doubt it, you know? But that's the thing, he was insane, man. I loved him. And then
if I'm honest, when he was first, it's only been like probably the last 2 or 3 months. Yeah. But when he first came out, I didn't like him at all. I thought he was a fucking stuck-up cunt.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why. I just did. But in the last few months, I've been actually watching his videos.
Yeah.
Because I just sort of thought, oh, this guy's walking around flaunting that he can donate like
Donate,
100K every video. It's like, fuck, man. Like, just.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's a good idea.
I
and all
used to
that sort of
think that, and
sort of
then
stuff.
but then I realized like he's just doing it for just like for content plus.
Yeah, I mean, in
he's
the same style,
he's also
at the same
helping
time,
people out.
it's a style of video,
Yeah.
whether it's vlogging or gaming or
Like,
whatever.
Every Twitch
It is its
streamer
own
he
style now.
donated to was always a real small streamer. Like, you don't necessarily know them.
Yeah.
And now, you look at those streamers now, they're actually doing really well because of Mr. Beast. He actually shouted out a fuck ton of streamers, which was really cool. But yeah. I think he was a pretty damn good YouTuber this year. I really enjoyed it.
So sort of, if we go, around to the March, sort of April time,
Yeah.
we had as we spoke of a little bit before, as the rise of Fortnite and the rise
Yeah.
of Ninja.
Ninja got really
Obviously,
huge,
Fortnite
man.
is the #1 game in the world.
Yeah.
It's popping off.
Yeah.
Love it or hate it. Most people love it. Look, it's a good game. It can be trolling, and I think the problem with Fortnite now is the skill gap is becoming so humongous.
Yeah, plus the community is so
sort of-
split up right now because of
Yeah.
Epic's like adding new items in like the planes fucking boombox recently. Everyone's hating it apparently and stuff like that. And
Yeah, right. I haven't played for so long.
Yeah, I haven't played in a while, so like I don't really know much about all this shit. So yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we spoke about Ninja a little bit before, and he's had amazing success, obviously online, but all through, say the word, also through mainstream media. So obviously he's done Jimmy Kimmel. Oh no, Jimmy Fallon was it?
Yeah, it was Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, he was on Jimmy
One
Fallon.
of the
recently.
Jimmys, they're all the fucking same.
Yeah.
And I kind of think that he's a pretty good representation for YouTube gaming.
Yeah.
Like they asked him a lot of questions, like why will people want to watch someone stream and all that sort of stuff, like stream games, like who the fuck wants to watch that? And he sort of said, why would someone want to watch someone play cricket or
Exactly.
football or soccer, or it's because you sort of want to watch the best of the best do what they do best, which is if you're the best at playing Fortnite. But it's not just that, like, don't get me wrong, Ninja's really good, but he's not the best player, which we understand that.
Obviously,
but he is really good. But people watch for your personality, the way you stream, your the way you are. Like if you're a UFC fighter. And you're a good fighter, you're going to be good, you're going to be fast. But if you're a UFC fighter and you're Conor McGregor, who can, one, fight, but two, he's funny, he's charismatic, he's good. People pay for that shit. People pay to watch him trash talk because he's so good, because he makes it so fun. As I think I spoke to you a little while ago, we looked back at some of Ninja's old streams, and he was so good, so funny.
Yeah.
Like, so funny. He was doing, like,
when he was not family friendly, like, some of the shit he used to do cracked me up so fucking much. Like,
yeah, it's so good.
It's some of the funniest shit of it. Like, I mean, he's still funny nowadays, but well, not really, actually. He's kind of gotten a little bit, like, more boring for me, personally. That's why I watch Tim a lot. Either Tim or...
I love Tim the Tatman. Optic Carriage.
Yeah, he's great. Like, that's why I watch him a lot. But it's just, I think it's like, Ninja, obviously, he's trying to appeal more to his younger audience, which is fair enough. I mean, he'll get more money that way as well. So, I mean, he won't be going against the YouTube guidelines at all, which is a double bonus for him and stuff like that. And, considering Fortnite consists of the majority of, like, children and stuff like that, I think, like, it's probably a smart move for him to do that. But, at the same time, I think, he's just... I think he's dipped in a bit of entertainment since then, but I still like him. I think I enjoy him as a person and a streamer.
Let's leave Ninja there.
Just keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
So we have to go to a little bit of I suppose it's a little bit of a sad part on it. Everyone get your tissues out and get ready to cry.
Rip some chat.
Some of the unfortunate deaths of the year. We've only picked a few. There was a lot, which there obviously is every year.
we don't want to get into too much of it, obviously.
Yeah. We sort of want to say a few names and talk a little bit about it. So obviously we had Stephen Hawking,
Yeah.
who was amazing,
Huge inspiration to a lot of people around the world.
To a lot of people, and just you know the way he worked, the way he did what he did was just so good, and got through what he had to get through. Did you watch that? Have you watched that movie?
With
Guy
from Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, so good.
That one's
such
really
a good flick, dude.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I had no idea his first wife left him. I thought that was same wife and stuff.
Yeah, it's a bit like he's had a hard run, such a hard run.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Look, something really big for me, which I just want to say, is Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's a chef.
I don't even really know this guy a lot. Yeah.
And all that sort of stuff. Who doesn't love food? I love food.
Yeah, I love
food. Fucking good shit. And he was like, as far as cooking and cooking shows go, he was in everything. He had his fingers in all the pies.
Yeah.
And then you sort of find out one morning that he's committed suicide. I think.
Exactly.
It
was suicide. Yeah. That's what it was reported.
It's depressing and sad, and it sort of makes you think that anyone can sort of have this, and it can destroy people's lives.
Yeah, it can happen at any moment. Yeah.
Sort of, I don't want to linger on that too much because it's a bit. There's something for you, or not for you. You sort of spoke about it a bit as Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds, right? So this is the thing. Burt Reynolds is one of my favorite classic actors. I love him in Smokey and the Bandit. That's easily my favorite movie.
Yeah,
that and Deliverance.
That's so good. So good.
Yeah, like he was just one of the greatest guys, and the memes with him, like he's in the game Saints Row 3 for some fucking reason. Like he's just in so much shit. He's just like one of the greatest like actors in terms of like classic movies, and just just playing like the asshole in like Dukes of Hazzard, for example, and stuff like that. Like, yeah, he was just such a great actor. When I heard he passed, man, I was like, fuck, that is just depressing. I was like so sad when I heard that, because he was only like in his 60s and stuff. Like, he had like a lot left in him, like it's just, it's such a shame that he passed on, because I just really enjoyed him. He was so entertaining and stuff like that. Yeah, really sucked when I heard about that. Yeah, him and then there was Stan Lee, obviously, another huge inspiration.
Which is probably for people in the YouTube community, well, not the YouTube, but definitely YouTube gaming community.
Yeah.
And I want to say around the world is a big hit.
Obviously,
he wasn't young. Let's be honest.
No, he was 95. Like he was on his way.
He did long. He did well to last as long as he did. Like, So, and he was obviously doing cameos right up to the end.
Exactly.
So he wasn't prepared and just lying in a hospital bed. Like, he was going fucking hard. And obviously, to have the huge success of the Marvel Cinematic Universe towards the end of his life, you could say, would obviously be a big thing for him. And for him to see it, it would be so good.
Yeah.
Like, if he had have died, let's say 10 years ago, because what Iron Man 1 was released in 2008, was it?
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah.
That
so if he had died, let's say 10 years ago, and not been able to see what the Marvel Cinematic Universe has done,
Spider-Man as well,
would be depressing. Like, it'd be sad,
Because we all know, like, Spider-Man's his baby in that as well. Like,
oh yeah, of course.
So I mean, I think he's happy to pass on knowing that Spider-Man's in good hands.
But they also fucked that shit up.
Yeah. But I think he's happy to know that the current Spider-Man we have is in good hands right now, and that he can he knows it's gonna hopefully end well with him and stuff like that. We'll just have to wait and see. All right. And now up next, what have we got?
Tenacon and the failure, and I expressed that so much. The fucking failure of Tenacon.
How horrendous it was, yes.
I don't understand what she's trying to do. Obviously, she wanted to get back at the EdCon.
Yeah. For not.
And she's like, okay, I can do my own.
Yeah.
And obviously, EdCon is a huge thing made by obviously YouTube and all that sort of stuff. It's obviously fucking huge, and they put. I assume hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe more, into it each year. and she thinks, yeah, I can do that. No, you fucking can't. Like people weren't getting in, they weren't being refunded. People were being taken to hospital with severe dehydration.
Yeah, because there was no
It was
drinks
really bad.
for them to get. No, nothing. Yeah,
It was
fucked.
like really, really bad.
Mm. And then Shane Dawson did a video on it, and that's how I really got into
Like
it.
they were
That
like
and
crying and
iDubbbz.
shit.
That and
It was weird.
iDubbbz.
Yeah,
Really,
iDubbbz.
yeah. And iDubbbz just
iDubbbz
recently
such
did
a
a
bit.
fucking content cop on her last year. So I mean,
Mhm.
fucking like, yeah, he must have been fucking enjoying that. He must have been loving it. But yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, she thought she could do it. She thought it was easy. She let it. She got a bit too ahead of herself, and then yeah, she bit the fucking bullet and broke her teeth.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Broke your teeth.
Yep. Broke the fucking teeth. Lost the front tooth. But yeah, that's the thing.
It sort of is what it is.
Yeah.
It was obviously kind of big, but there's not really much you can say about it
Yeah.
because it was just a almighty fuck up where people got hurt and injured when they shouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't even think I don't even know how many people, but I know lots of people didn't even get in. Like they were just stood outside for all day in like the extreme heat, which obviously they got sick. There was no water provided. There was nothing. Like it was fucked.
Mm. But yeah, then what else happened after all those?
So after that, it sort of goes into August, which obviously we had the KSI v Logan Paul. And that was fucking big.
Yeah, that was very entertaining.
If you deny it, then you're wrong. Whether you love it or hate it, like Logan, like KSI, hate them,
hate the outcome,
whatever.
like the outcome.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It was a big event. It was the biggest event of the year.
Yeah.
Besides, obviously from Logan Paul's bit of a stitch up, even though at the start of the year, because Logan Paul's wasn't a event, it was a action that sort of turned into a big drama. Obviously, that was big, sort of the big drama of the year. But as far as event, like it was put on for YouTube, for YouTubers, for people who watch YouTube. So as far as an event, I feel like that was obviously a big event. There was a lot of money put into that, a lot of money. So much money.
Should we tell the story of how we watched that event? And
yeah, why not?
So I'll start it off real quick. So we decided to pay for the event because we were keen, and you know.
So a little bit context as well. We live in Australia. If you can't tell by the accents,
if you can't, if you think we're from the UK, then.
So
piss me off even more.
The time difference for us is where we got fucked.
Yeah. So to them, it was probably like what, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something.
9 o'clock at night. Yeah.
For us, it was 4 in the morning. So you know, there's a huge gap there. And so Marcus decides to go to bed for a little bit, and
keep in mind, I had a work meeting the next day at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, we can stay up. But then it got to like midnight, and I was like, fuck, I might get like a few hours sleep.
Yeah.
And then wake up at like, because it started like, because the actual KSI Logan fight wasn't until I think 7 a.m.
Yeah,
for us.
in the morning.
But the actual thing started at 4.
And I couldn't go to sleep. My sleeping pattern was fucked. Yeah, my sleeping pattern was fucked.
They had all the undercards. So I'm like, oh yeah, cool. So I went to sleep. It may have been later. It may have been like 1 or 2. And I was like, fuck, I'll just go to sleep. And I set my alarm for 4. Anyway, I wake up. It's like 6:30. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
So I missed a few. I probably wasn't. It was probably like 5:30 or 6 because I got to see a couple of the undercards. And I was like, fuck. Anyway, so I get like 3 hours sleep, which is all good. And obviously I wake up and I watched a few of the undercards. You can probably take it from here.
Yeah, so like we watched a few undercards and that, and then as it like got closer into the morning and shit, it then came to be the Jake Paul versus Deji fight. And I gotta say, Deji, he did really well. You know, like he smacked the shit out of Jake Paul, who I don't like. So you know, I'm happy he did that. It did suck that he lost, but I mean, I expected that out of him. Just because Deji just wasn't as committed to it as Jake was. And I know Jake wasn't going to fucking lose just to fucking, you know, what is it, to someone called Comedy Shorts Gamer. I know Jake's not gonna, like, if Jake lost to Deji, he wouldn't lose subs or anything. Everyone said, oh, yeah, your career would be history. No. Just people would meme that shit all the time. It would be, like, they'll be doing, the one meme where it goes, you know, like, they do heaps of shit like that. And I know Jake's not going to lose just to be memed on for the rest of his life for that. So, yeah. And then, anyways, we watched that, and I was pretty happy with the outcome there. You know, it was enjoyable, it was entertaining. Then, it was the KSI versus Logan Paul fight. It was like 7 in the morning. We're fucking, like, we're ready. We're keen. I'm tired, but I don't give a fuck at this point. And, yeah, we're watching it. It's one of the most intense, like, fucking things I've ever had to watch live on television. I was shaking at some points. I was getting excited. Yep, I was shaking. I was like, fuck, this is intense. Yeah. And, yeah, we're watching it. And then, when it came out, we didn't know who the fuck was going to win. We didn't know. I thought it was KSI. I thought KSI won that, because at the end, he really fucked up Logan.
So did I,
yeah. Like, at the end, he just fucked up Logan. And I thought, oh, well, he's won it for sure because of that. He's gotten so many fucking hits in. Because Logan did really well at the start. He fucked up KSI at the start. Like, he got some really damn good hits on him. And every time KSI would punch Logan, Logan would respond with an immediate jab. Like, he would not fucking take that shit. But yeah, and as KSI even stated, though, Logan kept grabbing him, which is a bit of a, which is fucking annoying, I know.
Clinching.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? You can't do that in a proper boxing match. I know this is not a proper boxing match, obviously. Like, they're not even, like, they don't even have their boxing license. But, you know, it's like, that's the thing. They are, like, that rule being in there is a bit fucking stupid. Because I understand how KSI was feeling there. He was very frustrated because Logan kept clinching. But, yeah. Anyways, skip forward to the end. It ends up being a tie. My exact words were this. Oh, get fucked. Like, that was my exact reaction. I was, like, fucking fuming. But then at the same time, I was like, whatever, that was entertaining. I enjoyed it. That was fun. You know, everyone was pissed off, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, you know. Like, not going to complain there. But yeah, overall, that was our experience with the fight. We stayed up all night just for it to be a draw. Very fun. Very worth it. But yeah. That was that event. It was enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. But yeah.
So that was October.
Yeah.
So in September now, you'd be surprised.
That was
August. Sorry, yeah. I'm thinking that October is before September, but it's
I always
after.
think that as well. Yeah.
Well, fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
So August. So after that, we obviously got September. Now a bit of research. You'd be surprised, but not much happened in September. Only sort of thing that maybe happened was Elon Musk smoked some weed on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah. Fucking Elon Musk, man. What that man is insane. I love him. I love him. He's great.
That man is the literal goat. Like, he's so good.
Yeah.
He just does whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, and he doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, I love Elon Musk. He's great.
Obviously, hyper intelligent and just off the charts. He's just so good.
He's like fucking Doctor Who.
And then then we go into October, and you got sort of now I have given it is a meme, but I've given it its own sort of section because I think it was so big. So TikTok. So
TikTok
was a place for furries, for emos, for kids, for pedophiles to just go and have fun.
Yeah.
Like, you were seeing
it was like their playground.
Some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Like, you were seeing pedos just run around, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What the fuck am I saying? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but the thing is, TikTok was just one of those fucking memes. Like, before I went to bed, I'd always watch a compilation of TikTok. I would not go a fucking night where I wouldn't watch it. It was so funny. But in the end, right, I had to stop because I was like staying up till like fucking, I don't know, like fucking 1 a.m. watching this shit, and I was just like, oh fuck,
yeah, exactly, it was
late.
bad.
Yeah,
it was too much.
Yeah, I mean they're not really funny anymore because a lot of them are just the same shit.
I mean, the Overwatch one, the
yeah,
Tracer, like
oh,
that was too much.
that
Like
one
you have to, it
fucking
had to
yeah,
stop.
that one
That
was
to stop. And
disgusting.
the what was the hit or miss? I
Yeah,
bet they never miss, huh? It's like
don't even do
shut.
it. Don't even do it. Ugh, yuck,
It
disgusting.
was it was like, at the start you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool,
Yeah.
but it wasn't really like, it didn't change. Like, it was just the same
Mm.
meme,
Yeah,
like,
just
or
with
the
different
same song
people and
that
shit.
they
Yeah.
they might change they might change people, or they might just fucking rerun the same one over and over
Mm.
again.
Yeah.
Like, just no, don't do that. It's not good.
Yeah. Like TikTok was just it was one of those like yeah, once again, it was one of those memes where it's like it fucking it didn't last too long. It was probably like a few weeks
Yeah, it
and then
probably
I
lasted.
got sick of it
Yeah,
after that.
I think it lasted about a month. About a
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, now we're at the end of December, and no one even knows. Like, no one cares about
Yeah.
TikTok.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's fucking gone.
What else?
So,
What else was there
so
after that?
pretty much straight after that, and sort of, well, not pretty much at the same time, is obviously the PewDiePie VT series.
Yeah.
Now that was big. That
Yeah.
was a big thing of 2018.
Probably yeah, like PewDiePie has gained so many fucking subs because of it as well.
Oh, it came
Just
like
because of a
20
meme.
million in like.
A meme got him like so many fucking subs. Who would have knew, you know? Like that's fucking insane, man. Yeah, I was like genuinely stunned, and I knew he wasn't going to get surpassed this year. Though did have a moment where T Series was 10k away from getting him.
Yeah,
But
that
then
was so fucking close.
Markiplier streamed and then said sub to PewDiePie or I'm not going to stop streaming and shit like that. And then people just started subbing to him. And then Mr. Beast, you know, he was a huge help with that as
Yeah,
well.
Mr. Beast did it really good. So
Logan
good. Even
Paul,
Logan Paul, yeah, I was gonna say.
fucking Logan Paul, man.
Yeah, he had his part. Look, I
Yeah.
think it's good. I
Yeah.
I like PewDiePie as being a sort of spokesperson for YouTube. I think he
Yeah.
does well. He's obviously had his faults
Yeah,
with a certain
obviously.
word and other things, but the whole anti-Semitic, it's just fucking
Yeah.
utter bullshit. It's just not
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
They're taking
obviously.
things out of context and
Mm.
all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's been spoken about enough for us to sort of pass
Yeah.
on that and say, we're pretty. It sort of is what it is, and PewDiePie deserves to be where he is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But something we've spoken about before. It was pretty big. Probably the biggest thing at the end of the year. YouTube Rewind.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, we don't want to get into this too much because we spoke about it on the last podcast. I want to keep it simple. It was fucking shit. It was fucking terrible.
Absolutely atrocious. Yeah.
Trying to be too advertiser friendly for no reason. Again, putting advertisers in front of content creators, but not just that, but putting advertisers in front of us, the viewers.
Yeah. Exactly.
The viewers don't give a fuck what ads on there.
Yeah.
They don't care if it's a TikTok ad or a Coca-Cola ad or a fucking Pepsi ad. They don't care.
Yeah.
As long as they get to watch their favorite content creators make awesome videos.
Yeah.
And these content creators will either stop making videos altogether, or stop making the style that they used to make, or the style that the people want to watch.
Yeah.
Just because they're not getting the cash that they need to survive.
Yeah.
Because YouTube is just being cunty.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much as I want to say. I don't want to get into it too much.
Don't want to get into it much. But yeah, that's the thing, right? So, like, we wanted one person to win in the circle of Mr. Beast's video and shit like that, and obviously we'll get into that YouTuber very soon. But I mean, it was still pretty cool. They split it off. He ended up what was it, 4 ways? It was 4 ways, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was.
I think so. It was
25
Leon Lash,
1,000 each. Yeah, Leon
Lash, Casper Lee,
and the other guy with long hair.
and the other two guys, a guy with long hair, and then a guy with glasses, which I don't know the other two.
Yeah.
I
thought Mini Lab was one of them, but
nah, he got a shout out, but he didn't get the cash.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Because he left, and then they made the deal.
Yeah, right. That's a bit cunty. Anyway, but yeah, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I suppose I wasn't too happy with the outcome, but hey, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure everyone was happy with what they got. So, I mean, I wouldn't take down 25,000. I'd fucking accept that shit in a heartbeat. if I had to, you know.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, that was all that. I guess that's pretty much it. I think that's all the topics we've got all together now. Um, so
All right,
yeah,
so I've got some of my top YouTubers, and you have some of yours
yeah, I've got
of the year.
five. Yeah, I've got five
All right,
of my year.
you go first, then I'll
All
go.
right. So like this is in no specific order or anything. Like this is just my favorite YouTubers of this year. Like it doesn't matter who's at number one or whatever and shit like that. So like easily number five was for me was Will Burger. I'm not sure if you know Will Burger at all, but Will Burger was like he's like this Australian YouTuber, and he's genuinely one of the funniest guys I've ever watched on YouTube. He plays fucking Oblivion, and that's how I found him, because I was watching a few Skyrim videos here and there, and he inspired me to do my Skyrim series on my TerraFun channel and stuff. Like, he's just one of the funniest guys, and his comedy is just fucking amazing, because he's, like, got that real, like, sort of smart, sort of, meme-y sort of comedy and shit. Like, his channel banner, his literal channel banner is, the guy from Jurassic Park, the old guy from fucking Jurassic Park. It's fucking heaps good. He's just one of the funniest guys, and I didn't even know he was actually friends with Max Mofo on that, which was pretty interesting. I didn't even fucking know that, and yeah, he actually hanged out with them a few times, which was pretty cool. And then number four is Mr. T Lexfire. Obviously, I've stated why he's such a fucking awesome YouTuber. He's just got some of the best edits for videos. He's probably like easily the mascot for fucking zombies at this point. Yeah, no, he really got like, well, it was more Smith Plays that got me into Call of Duty Zombies, but Lex really ignited that for me and made me want to do content on it. Yeah, Lex is just like a fucking funny guy, and yeah, I think he's just the guy who he doesn't give a fuck. He's just doing YouTube for the memes. He doesn't really, well, he cares, but he just doesn't necessarily like give a shit what happens to his content in the future. He like couldn't care less where his channel takes a turn. But this year he genuinely like gave it a go, and yeah, he brought out a ton of content, considering last year was probably like one of the years where he wasn't really inspired enough to do content on it and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much that. And then number three is Marcus got me in this YouTuber as well, which is Swagger Souls. I had no idea who Swagger Souls was beforehand, but I fucking love Swagger Souls. I had no idea who he was, and then Marcus told me to go and subscribe to him, because he first told me to go see Zuckles, and Zuckles is fucking hilarious. I love Zuckles. Another funny YouTuber. But then he told me to go sub to Swagger Souls and give it go of his content. I ended up watching his entire Rust series in one night, because it was fucking funny. And yeah, he's got that sort of comedy where it's just like, he does like screaming and shit, but like, and his voice is just so fucking funny, the way he talks, and he can just make up a joke on the spot, and just it ends up being executed fucking perfectly. Like, everything about it is just fucking insane. Like, how he can just fucking come up with this sort of comedy, like, straight up and stuff. Yeah, I just think Swagger Souls is one of the funniest guys in terms of content like that. And the whole Misfits together, they're all fucking great. I really enjoy them. But yeah, I think my favorite out of all of them is easily Swagger Souls. He's just so funny. But I don't even know what his face looks like, but hey, that doesn't matter. You know, you don't need to see a face. But yeah, and then after that is I can never remember his name, because he changed it multiple times in the early days. I think his name is Penguin Zoe. Yeah, it's Penguin Zoe. So like, Penguin Zoe is this fucking commentary YouTuber. He has 3 million subs. He's another one of those guys where he can just make up shit on the spot, and it just ends up being funny. And I listen to his podcast a lot, and he actually gets some pretty fucking interesting people on his podcast. He got fucking what's his name from iCarly, Gibby or whatever his name is. That fucking
the kid, the weird kid.
The kid, yeah. He got him on the podcast at one point. It was fucking heaps good. And then I just, yeah, it's just amazing. Like, I like his sort of comedy in that, though. It's just fucking hilarious. And like, he was once doing a video where he had to eat peppers because he doesn't like hot stuff a lot, and he really fucking hates it. So he's trying to train himself to get used to it and shit, which, you know, you can't train yourself to get used to any heat. But He was like eating like heaps of habaneros and ghost peppers and all that. And then just out of the blue, he just comes out with just this. He's just like, oh, that is hot as Satan's asshole. Like, it's just, it's that sort of comedy that just fucking gets me because it's just so random, but it's so well thought. It's just hilarious. And yeah, his content's fucking funny. Like, he has one video titled How I Almost Ejaculated During a Play. You know, like, I don't get it. I don't get where he comes up with this shit. But yeah,
beautiful.
So good. Was that 4? That was 4, wasn't it? YouTubers I just listed there. It was Wilburger, Lex, Swagger, Penguin Zoe. Yeah, and then number 1 is obviously the leader of the Tomato Mafia, fucking Big Daddy, Leon Lush, my baby, my fucking G. Dude, Leon Lush, he's just... Alright, I'm going to say this now. He's my favorite YouTuber of this year because his sort of content is just so fucking awesome. Like, his comedy is amazing. His personality is great. Like, the shit that he does is just so awesome. And, like, I just like him as a person. He's just one of the greatest fucking YouTubers I've ever, like, seen. And I hope he gets even bigger next year. He reached 1 million subs in 1 year, which is fucking awesome. Like, well deserved for someone like him. And yeah, I think overall, I hope he gains even more next year because yeah, he definitely deserves it all. And yeah, that's pretty much my YouTubers. Might have dragged on a bit there, so I might cut out a fair bit there. But yeah, that's pretty much that. That's my top 5 YouTubers of this year. I don't know if you have more than me, but yeah.
Yeah, I've done it. Fucking hell. Alright. No, hang on. I've written some down, so here we go. Alright, so now we got my top... now, I haven't got a top 5. I've gone just top YouTubers of 2018. Again, the same as Jay, in no particular order.
Yeah.
These are people that I've either... there's only 2 of them that are new to me this year. The rest I've been subscribed to for probably 2 or 3, 4 years.
Yeah.
They've either grown or they've just made awesome content, or I just purely just love what they do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with let's start with Jackmate. So I love Jackmate. He's a English commentary style, and he's the sort of style he's not afraid to say he's not afraid to make fun of you and tell you that you're wrong. Yeah. And he'll make fun of it and just like call people names, but it's not mean or offensive. It's just the way that it is. It's comedy, and and we can talk about offense and all that sort of stuff, but you can't live your life trying not to offend people. There's just no way to
can't avoid
to
that.
live.
Yeah.
Anyway, he got to 1 million subs this year. He started off at probably 700k at the start of the year, maybe, I think. And yeah, he just recently got to 1 mil, and he so deserves it. He's such a good, like, he doesn't have the best upload schedule, but again, I don't really care as long as what he brings out is good quality, which it always is.
Yeah.
Again, in the same sort of style, we've got I'm Alex. Now, I love I'm Alex. He's gone from like 400k to 1.1, maybe nearly 1.2 million.
Yeah, right.
He's just popping off, dude, and his style is amazing. Again, the commentary style, but a bit more sort of it's sort of joking, but also very educational. So he knows what he's saying, and he always has facts to back up what he's saying. The editing's really good. He's sort of got his own style. Obviously, he does podcasts as well, and you get to see him in the podcast, and that's him.
Yeah.
And you watch him in one of his videos, and his demeanor changes because obviously he has like a character, or not a character, but sort of a character that he sort of plays.
Yeah.
And it's a dry style of comedy, which I just love, and his upload schedule is really, really, really good. The video is always edited unbelievably well. It's just good quality. Again, I'm gonna have to stick my boy in there. My boy. If I'm honest, if I was to pick a favorite, he'd be edging up there. So I've got True Geordie. I'd suck his dick.
True Geordie, yeah.
I love True Geordie. He's such a beast. He's he's just so good.
Yeah.
I froth on his podcast. Anything he does. Obviously, if you guys watch him, you know Lawrence and their dynamic together is just unbelievable. So good. I don't want to talk about anything too much, but it's just good content. He started to do sort of I don't want to call them reactions, but they kind of are, but they aren't really. It's sort of he sort of memes a little bit, and he does what he calls true news. And it's just like the past week, he just sort of watches stuff that's happened during the week and just sort of makes jokes or talks about it. But again, it's so good, and the podcast is so good. He obviously does a lot of sport, English Premier League and all that sort of stuff, which isn't what I'm into, if I'm honest. As far as I like soccer, but as far as England Premier League, I don't really care. Yeah. But he's just good quality, just fucking so good.
Yeah.
Let's go with our next one. Let's go Mike Boyd. So Mike Boyd is a YouTuber I found probably a year ago, maybe a little bit over a year ago. He's got how many subs does he have? He's got like 1.3 million subs. Anyway, he does a series called Learn Quick. So he's a Scottish YouTuber, and he literally just does a series called Learn Quick where he picks a skill or something and he tries to learn that in the shortest amount of time possible. So he's got like what has he got? Learn the Rubik's Cube, learn how to break a glass with your voice, learn how to saber a champagne glass. You know when they get a champagne bottle and they get a big sword and like knock the top off. Axe throwing, 5x5, Rubik's Cube, dice stacking, forge a knife, card throwing, unicycle riding. He made his own engagement ring.
Oh, very nice.
Learned the violin. And he's just such a good guy. And he just wants to learn something new. And he just does, and the videos are made extremely well, good editing. And at the same time, he not only inspires you to learn something new, because he obviously just, he just sits down and just tries to learn something new. Sometimes it takes him like a few weeks to learn it. Sometimes he gets it done within a few hours or a few days. But it's just good quality. It's just made so well. When I first subbed to him, he probably had, I don't know, 300K or something. Yeah. Probably a year ago, and as I said, now he's at 1.3 million. So he's just going well.
Yeah, he's done real well. Yeah.
It's because people will want to watch, because I don't know, some people struggle to inspire themselves or to just learn something new. They're like, I'll just sit, and they'd rather sit and watch someone else do that.
Yeah.
Which I'll admit sometimes I'm like, I'd like to see, like, I can solve a Rubik's Cube and all that sort of stuff. But he did a 5x5 Rubik's Cube, which is fucking insane.
Yeah, right.
Like so cool. And as he said, he's not the most intelligent person in the world, but with time and practice and memorization, you can, anyone can do it,
Yeah.
So let's go next. So let's go Bambino Becky. She's a Welsh English YouTuber. She's only got like I think I'm 27.
Yeah.
Like 27. Yeah, I told you to. I think she's only got like 20K subs or maybe 27. I think she's approaching 30K. Yeah, so she's quite big, but in the large scheme of things, quite small.
Right.
I would encourage anybody who listens to this, even though we're only going to get like one view, and it'll probably be me. Her style of video, the comedy is amazing. It's it's
so good. Yeah.
Such good comedy. She's funny. She's charismatic. She's just really good. And again, she does comedy style, but she's a female. Which is, I assume, I don't know, but I assume it would be hard to get into that space, into that YouTube space, and she does it so well. She deserves way more subs than she has. Just so good. So again, I'm going to say the same as Jay, Leon Lush. I don't want to say much more because Jay said enough for you to understand. But he's just so good. His quality, he's just him. People come and watch videos for editing, and yeah, he has amazing editing, and maybe he's talking about Logan Paul or whatever. Oh shit, Logan Paul's in the title. I have to click, but I watch to watch him.
Yeah.
Because he's just so funny and charismatic, and he's just a good guy. He's just such a good guy, and he deserves everything that he has and that he will get. And that's pretty much it. I've got one more honourable mention. I just think I put them in a large group. You touched on them a little bit. I put the Misfits in there.
Yeah.
Just because they've had an awesome year. If you guys don't know who the Misfits are, you're fucking retarded. So as far as I'll just run through the guys who are in there. So we've got Fitz, who I could probably say is I don't want to say leader, but he probably is the leader of the Misfits. So we got Fitz, Toby on the telly, Swagger Souls, the Duckles, and I Notorious. These guys are what you would call scuffed gamers, like off-brand. They don't give a shit. Like their style of videos are funny. They say what they want to say when they want to say it. It's not rude or it can be inappropriate, but it's not. It's in my eyes, it is still child friendly to a point. Some of their videos aren't, but most of them are.
Yeah.
It's so good. They're each individual channels have all grown. Fitz has blown up to fucking he's blown up so bad. This year he's just been. I think he gained like 3.
He's at 4
I think altogether he's gained like over 3 million subs just in this year, which puts him to like over 4, like 4.1.
Yeah.
And he made a second channel which is at 1.5. Which he only made the second channel like probably a third of the way through the year. So again, he's another channel which has got over 8 million subs in under a year.
Yeah.
And Swagger Souls Jay's touched on. Zuckles Jay also touched on, who's an Australian YouTuber with his own style, which is quite Australian, let us say. Toby on the telly, who's I would put him more in a streamer category. He has a YouTube channel. And congrats to him, he just hit over 500k.
Yeah,
he was stuck at like 300k for a long time. He just hit 500k, so congrats to him. And then I Notorious, who he's probably he's got like 700, 800k, but he hasn't uploaded for he just uploaded like last week. It was the first video in like 4 or 5 months, so he's sort of been out a little bit. He's because, as I said, this Misfits is like a group and they're doing their own thing. It's sort of like, I suppose you could put it as like peak or phase or whatever, like they're doing their own merch and all that sort of stuff and making like a company of what they want to do. But yeah, those are my top 6, 7-ish YouTubers of 2018. I really enjoyed them. I can't wait to see what they have for 2019.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. That's been 2018 as a year as a whole. We've had our ups and downs. Mostly, I thought this year was okay. I don't know. The past few years have been a bit shit, but that's mostly just because, I don't give a fuck. And I don't know. Like, I've been a bit lost in terms of YouTube this year. I think that's been my biggest problem. Like, I just don't really have any inspiration to fucking do anything on my channel right now. That's why I haven't uploaded in a while. And yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see how next year turns out. But I most likely end up going to give up on my current channel that I have and just probably start fresh or something next year, I reckon. But we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah. Anyways, that's been 2018, guys. It's yeah, that's the year. It's fun.
Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, fuck your brother. I mean, no, don't.
What
do
the
that.
fuck?
Next.
As old Toby on the telly says, you just have to push past the incest. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways.
See you guys.
Alright, catch us later. See you next year.